yeah, I want back to the thing we're supposed to be talking about, which is not Mads Mikkelsen. Hello and welcome to the podcast. I'm Marisa.
I'm the other one.
And we're the Krolmeister sisters. As a reminder, this podcast is rated T for teen for strong language and mature themes.
If you don't like that shit, well, tough titties.
Yeah, okay.
This is where my energy level's at tonight, y'all.
That's okay.
But you can, if you want a Nancy Drew podcast, you can head on over to hers very own, edit that, future me. Head on over to Tammy Tucky's podcast, Unlocked, where she gets to talk to people about Nancy Drew things.
And stuff.
Yeah, sometimes it's Halloween candy. I'm just always going to bring up the one that I listen to.
Yeah, well, that's better than me. Didn't listen to a single one. So, what are we talking about tonight, sister?
Well, tonight, which one was the first one? Tonight,
Okay.
we're being game doctors again.
We sure are.
We sure as
Someone
shit are.
left us a comment on iTunes forever ago, but we saw recently, and they said that they liked the Game Doctors ones, and it's like their favorites. So I was like, let's do another Game Doctors.
Like, if somebody has a favorite thing that we do, we will do it. Because we just want to be liked, you guys.
We sure do. We're people pleasers. So, Ariana and I each chose a separate game to doctor. So, fix. Just in case you're like, what the fuck are they talking about? We're going to fix games.
We're repairing these games.
Yes. Because it's, in Hollywood, if someone's going to come and, completely fix your script, it's called script doctoring, and that's why we say it like that. So, the more you know. I chose Haunting of Castle Malloy, because I'm currently playing it as my 100% run. So, I'm thinking about it.
That's the only time you want to think about it, is when you're playing it.
Yeah, every time I play that game, I'm always like, this is fun, but is it?
It could be better.
Yeah, it's a perfectly mediocre Nancy Drew game. Just right slap bang in the middle. So what can we do to make it reach the top of your list?
What the shit is going on here?
I don't know.
Are we pimping the game out? What is...
We're fixing it up, okay? We're fixing it up. So,
okay.
What it does right. It is haunting. It has great ambiance. The sound design and soundtrack are A+. No notes there. Beautiful. One note is that the people that you got the Scottish pub background noise with small group of people, they got our VOD muted. There's 6 minutes of VOD that is completely silent because this background track is playing. And I'm like, I can't appeal that because it's there, but why are they claiming on a sound effect? That's my one note on the sound design. That's it.
That is terrific.
It's just amazing. So, I also like the idea of the plot, right? Of, a groom going missing before a wedding.
I always love a wedding mystery, honestly.
Exactly.
So good.
So, it's really nice that way. I enjoy that. However, it's not executed terribly well. Or at all. I think the main issue, so I have three areas to improve, and that is characters, plot, and game design. So I'm gonna just start with characters, because fixing the characters fixes a lot. Because
they really are just the worst part of it.
Yeah, honestly. So just to start it all off, all of the characters in this game are completely one-dimensional, and they are pretty much all insufferable.
Yeah, they're not good.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna start with Kyler. And chat also makes a good point. We gotta fix Kyler's model looks so bad. It's just, the model itself is just,
she's like
fucking awful.
She's like Victoria from Corpse Bride, but like somebody tried to put that mask on the wrong shaped face for it.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just weird. It's not great. Kyler's biggest personality trait is saying castle.
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 It's a castle.
It's like, That's her accent's so bad. I mean, but not as bad as Denal's, but we'll get there. So Kyler. Straight up, Kyler is insufferable. She is an entitled English bitch who has somehow spent her entire life not noticing what happened in Ireland. Despite the fact that she obviously grew up in at least seeing what happened in the 90s.
Yeah.
Like, let's not even talking about centuries of subjugation. Let's just talk about this, like, the Civil War issues, you know? But I just think that I would like her better if we had her actually, like, having already known about it, or spending the game reading things, or actually talking to Denal, and, like, throughout the game, maybe have her understand, right? Mm-hmm. Have her just understand what, like, instead of...
I would love that. The gravity of the situation actually settles in. It's like,
I've been reading all of this, and I found this, and the reason that my grandpa changed his last name was because of this and this. Like, so that would be really nice. I would like that. It would be growth. Because if she starts, right, as the entitled English person, right, who has been able to just tune all of that out, and I mean, she sounds posh enough, so... but
yeah,
if she could, even
she
if she
did
starts
her semester abroad in America.
She sure did.
That's pretty telling.
Yeah. So, it would be nice then, as throughout the story goes, she's reading more in the library, she's talking to Denal, stuff like that. So I think that would help a lot with Kyler. The other thing with Kyler is, like, her relationship with Matt is really fucked up. It's super fucked up. And I think that it would be helped a lot if, instead of it being like, he just plays pranks all the time and they're just like this and they're awful and terrible, and as soon as we get married, I'm making him stop that.
Yeah, that's problematic, baby.
Sure is. So it's like, maybe make it that he is generally, like, fun-loving and stuff like that, and he does pranks, and sometimes he can't tell the difference between if it's funny or stressful for people.
Yeah.
If it's an appropriate joke.
Yeah.
So maybe have this be something then that, like, she's like, I need him to understand the difference between these pranks and what is and isn't funny, and, like, these are boundaries we need to set. Not, I'm gonna make him give up his hobby.
Yeah.
It's just,
oof.
It's gonna stop. And it's like, ooh. It's a little, ooh.
Marry the man today, change him tomorrow.
Yeah.
In the words of Guys and Dolls. So when you're as PC and up to date as Guys and Dolls.
Yeah. Last thing I want to fix about Kyler, I would like her to outright condemn the Nazis.
That would be rad.
Because it's like, but maybe Uncle Brandon actually, like, was collaborating with the Axis. And it's like, ma'am? This is not just, like, some fun trivia fact. You're just saying that there was a Nazi in your family and you kind of think it's neat. That's, It's
a nice little knick-knack we have in the family house.
I know, it's just...
Oh, yes, and this is my uncle. He was a Nazi supporter.
It's just like, cool. I'd like that to change. Okay. Those are my notes on Kyler.
I feel like those are usually our notes on games in which they touch on World War II. Just talk about the Nazis, guys. Condemn
Just talk
them.
about them. Please.
Please?
I would like that stance.
Facebook.
Yeah. So now Denal. I have fewer notes for Denal. I would like a better model.
I have so many notes.
Better
for Denal,
quality.
Personally.
Well, I mean, it's just like, I want him to get proper treatment. If we could have someone actually Irish voice him, that would also be cool. But I mean, that's never gonna happen. Maybe just a better Irish accent than the one...
Really, though, does it cost more? I feel like when you're, like, canvassing for these roles, there's like we need this kind of voice actor, and it's for this much pay. And it's like, how are you guys offering so little that only bad actors come your way? I don't mean like they're all bad actors, but a good majority of them aren't great.
But yeah, so, I would like that to change. I would also like it not to be implied that he's a drunk. And I would just like people to not be complete assholes about him.
Yeah,
that kook.
So fucking condescending. They're so horrible to him.
They really are. Because I love him being super into, like, the Fae and everything. I fucking love that. I think that is fantastic. But I think maybe he needed also other personality.
And not just crazy old man, because that's all we can do. We can do grumpy old people. We can do crazy old people. There's no in between.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, for
old
reals.
people have personalities too. Why does he believe so heavily in the Fae? Like, there's gotta be, so it's like, this is clearly something that's really enriched his life. You know, he's at that age where it was still pretty infused in the culture, but at the same time, like, how did he keep it carrying over so, like, hardcore?
Exactly.
Sorry. I have a lot of questions about Denal.
I do too. Like, why, I mean, they say the estate pays him, but what does he actually, like, really do?
He tends to the rubble.
Exactly. He's the groundskeeper, but, like, what grounds is there? There's the sheep pen. So is he just your shepherd? Like,
you could just call him a shepherd. I mean, that's cool too.
Yeah. But, like I said, Denal himself.
What? He tends to that fortune teller machine.
It's true. He fixes Madame Isabelle.
Yep.
Isabelle? I don't know how to pronounce names. That's... Yeah. However, Kit also requires some assistance. I don't like his character, right? But I think he works as a character for the most part. However, what I would love to see is him not still in love with Kyler. Or maybe it's like, it's being hinted at, and like Denal is trying to say that, maybe. And then it's not. He's completely moved on. That would be... And also, if Kyler is feeling
you're
like...
removing conflict.
No.
How are they going to have conflict?
No. Here, Ariana, wait, I'm about to tell you.
Oh, thank God.
Is that instead of it being like him still in love with her, have it be that Kyler really is just like straight up, like, he's just pranking me because, that's what I'm expecting. And Kit is like really concerned about Matt and is like, we need to be finding him. and have Kyler be like, no, it's fine. He's just hiding from us. And Kit being like, no, we need to do something. Like, I want to see him as a good friend.
I would love to see a great male relationship portrayed. That would be awesome.
Can we just have men who are friends and not just brothers?
Not just brothers or romantic rivals. Like, that's it. That's what we get. If there's more than one man in it, they either are related or they do not get along.
Exactly. But yeah. So we're asking, give us male friendships. That's all we're asking right now. Actually, I'm asking a lot more than that, but that's what I'm asking at this very moment.
Let me continue with my wish list. Hold on.
But that's my character wish list. Mostly I just want Kit to, like, let go and be more concerned for Matt. I think that would fix his character so much. Because I could still, like, hate him because of, like, who he is. But
yeah, he's still fucking...
It's fine to be, like, annoyed by a character and know that they're a good character. You know? So, now on to the plot. I love the idea behind the plot, right? I love the fact that he's going missing and everything. I think that's cool. But let's make people actually concerned about where he is, because it's like, it's really high-key upsetting.
It is.
That everyone's just like, he's fine. And you find him in a hole.
That man should have died. If Kyler had actual friends, that man would be dead.
Yeah.
But she doesn't have any women friends, so she invited Nancy as her maid of honor.
She sure did. Kyler does seem like the kind of person who doesn't have other female friends. Yeah. So, but then again, like, I think that's okay.
That's fine.
That's fine. So, also in the plot, I want to show absolute proof that Uncle Brandon was not a Nazi.
Yes, that would be
I would
nice.
love that. It would be even cooler if we had, like, definitive proof that he was trying to sabotage, right?
Exactly. And
maybe he was pretending to be helping them, right? And then he's actually he's what's his name? Jin Urso's father. What's his name? I can't remember. From Rogue One. You guys listening it right now, you guys remember, and you're going, oh, I wish I could tell her.
I couldn't help you, I haven't watched Rogue One.
But, you haven't seen Rogue One?
I have not.
Sister. Galen, apparently. Thank you, chat.
Yeah, basically all I could think was, I don't know, Mads Mikkelsen.
Exactly, it was Mads Mikkelsen.
It's Mads Mikkelsen, therefore I don't know. It's too distracting that Mads Mikkelsen is there, and it's like, what are you doing, buddy?
That's kind of how I felt watching that one James Bond movie.
It's a little weird. It's like, what
Casino
are you doing
Royale?
here?
Right? I can't remember.
Yeah, Casino Royale.
Okay, I'm like, But yeah, I want back to the thing we're supposed to be talking about, which is not Mads Mikkelsen. Let's make him like that, where he's, like, in a situation where they're threatening his family, but then he's still, like, not giving them real stuff. He's giving them, like, sabotage experiments and shit like that.
Yes.
Like Varric in season 4 of Legend of Korra. And then Julie doing the same thing.
Yes.
More like Julie, really. But yeah. So that's what I want out of that plot. I need that. I like the Fiona reveal, to be honest.
Yeah.
I can't.
Honestly,
no
that's
notes
the best
there.
part.
No notes at all. Fantastic. I love learning that. Oh, super. And that's why we love it. We're fans of pain. But yes, I like that. Game design, though. Let's get to game design. It is too dark. It's too dark.
It really is. I hate that.
And then it's blue. Everything's just blue, and it's not good. It's so hard on my eyes. I have no idea what's going on, and I'm like... By the way, if you're listening, I squinted really hard. So, I have no idea.
Otter puzzle, or whatever the fuck they are.
I call them otters.
They're weasels. They're supposed to be weasels, though, right?
Maybe, but
They
I
look
think they're otters.
nothing like weasels, but I think they're otters.
It's the otter butt puzzle. That's my next
The
note,
otter butt puzzle.
Everything needs to be more accessible, because this game is really inaccessible. It's one of the worst in terms of accessibility in the games, because you have the third-person view maneuvering, which is not easy to do with mobility issues. That's why a lot of people play Nancy Drew games. They play it for the click and point. Mm-hmm. So that's bad. And walking around is so tedious. I just want to go by map, or like actually clicking through on where to go places, because it's hard for me. I get lost and I have no idea where anything is, and it's just so tedious.
Give me some daytime. Like, I'm fine with some of the, like I would like it to... I don't know why we do it in the dark. I know you just said about the dark, but like the entire time is night, and I don't understand why.
Because it's always dark in Europe, Ariana.
I was unaware of this fact.
The only, like, I guess Ven and Dan are in the daytime too, but I'm just thinking, like, Curse of Blackmoor Manor, it's always dark out. Haunting of Castle Malloy, it's always dark out. Captive Curse, it's always dark out. Yeah, and it's like pitch black at it's like 7 o'clock, because they said it was 2 at the party. It was 2 o'clock, so in Eastern time, 2 o'clock is then 7 o'clock in British Standard Time. But that would be British Daylight Time, because it's in June.
Fucking nerd.
I'm just saying. But like I was saying, accessibility, because the otter butt puzzle is nearly impossible for people who are some colorblind people, right? And the wires puzzle for the rocket ship.
Oh, yeah.
And you're having to like find which one goes to what. That's also completely impossible for someone who's colorblind. Some people. How do you fix that kind of thing? What you do is you specifically look up colors that are colorblind safe, color combos. Or the cool thing that you can do is you can just add a texture to it. So like one of them is stripes and another one is zigzags, stuff like that.
Yeah.
That way it's easy to differentiate without color. You just kind of need to do that. I think that needs to be thought of more, because it's a really easy thing to accommodate and just playing around. You know?
Yeah.
But what do I know? But also the darts are incredibly difficult to do if you have any kind of mobility issues. It kind of like hurts my wrist.
Yeah.
So, not great. But yeah, if you follow these bullet points for Interactive, you could remaster this game and make it even better than the original.
You too could have a good game.
Yeah. Okay. Ariana.
So I didn't really think about it. We're going from Ireland to Scotland.
Oh, we are.
Because the game I chose to doctor is Spy. And I think it comes from, I've been watching like all of the Daniel Craig James Bond movies, and I think that's why my brain went, that one. But let's see where it goes. I'm also going to have to sort of start pulling shit out of my ass partway through this, so get ready for this, guys. Okay. I followed your same formula because I felt like that felt safe. So what it does right. So let's start with the fact that I'm totally down for this premise, because I would love to learn more about Kate's life. Like, she was an investigative journalist who did work for a secret intelligence agency and averted terrorist attacks. Sorry. That's fucking rad. Keep that. That's great. Let's make it better. It's everything else that sucks. Well, and okay, honestly, that's another one where the music's pretty good. It's a little startling at times because it can switch from one kind of music to another in the middle of a room, and it is terrifying. Anyway. Like, you've got the do-do-do sort of music, and then all of a sudden there's the intense spy music. Bum, bum, bum! It's like, oh my god. Anyway, what it does wrong, I think that the biggest sin that this game commits is that it does not commit hard enough to the genre. It's a great opportunity to take Nancy on the spy route. Like, just have it's different from Nancy the detective, but the same aspects are applied. Like, she's got these skills, but she's having to apply them in a more subterfuge way. I'm going to be making up words now.
It works.
So we need to commit harder to the spy thing. I think if Captain America can do it, Nancy Drew can do it. Just commit to the spy thriller. Okay, let's go. Okay. All right, characters. Okay, Moira is pretty fucking close to perfect. I really just want more of her. Because I feel like her getting kidnapped for absolutely no reason.
Yeah, and then she just shows back up and we never talk about it.
And it's like, is she being watched? What's happening? Who was... I have so many questions. And they just did that so they could get rid of her and have it be some weird... It's so disconnected. I just want her to stick around. Just have her be there. She's our M, okay? She's just a retired M. Yes. Ewan. I would like to like Ewan. I hate that this techie nerd guy has to be this gross dude. Like, and I don't mean the way he dresses, because I'm whatever. You know what? Have a bad fashion sense. That's perfectly acceptable as a character trait.
It is.
I don't mind that one bit. It's just he's gross and sleazy and you don't like him instantly. Yeah, never... You walk into the room and it's like, oh, I don't trust this man. No.
Yeah.
Let me like him, and I'm going to get more into that when I actually go into the plot. Alec. Again, let's make him more likable, guys.
Yeah, he's
because
really...
I don't know why he's there. Honestly,
yeah, give him more to do in the story.
Yeah, like
let's like nothing.
Let's connect him somehow in more of a way than, well, there's a dead girl in a refrigerator somewhere, so because he's there because his sister died.
No,
right?
He thinks they have her.
Oh, that's right. He thinks they have his sister. Does he ever find his sister? I'm trying to remember.
Yes, I think he does.
Okay.
In the end.
Anyway. It's fucking stupid. But, let's make him better. Just better. I would like him to be charming, but not, like, flirty at all. I would like him to just be a strange man that clearly has some abilities going on there, but, like... You're not uncomfortable with him. I feel like I just want people to be less skeezy, honestly.
Yeah. I think it's really weird that Alec flirts with Nancy in the game. It's not good. It's a bad look.
It really is. It's not great. It's like that one time when we were driving around trying to find a gas station and I tried to ask a cop where one was, and he said, "Honey, I'm old enough to be your father. You better not be flirting with me." And I was like, fuck right up. I didn't say it, obviously, because I was 18. It went, I just want to go home. But anyway, none of that shit.
It's that feeling.
It's that feeling. Finally, I'm pretty sure this is the final character. I don't think there are more characters unless I'm forgetting them. Samantha Quick / Bridget. Bridget Wolfe?
/ Zoe Wolfe.
Zoe
Bridget.
Wolfe.
Bridget is her Scottish character.
And then
Zoe Wolfe is what she goes by in this game, but admits that she has gone by Samantha Quick.
Fuck that middle thing. She's Samantha Quick. I don't give a shit. That was sort of my point, I think. I just forgot it.
Yeah.
No, but okay, you guys want to have fucking Samantha Quick because you've referenced her a bunch? Fine. we have gotten word that she is an accomplished spy, so let's not have her be this fucking snotty little teenage brat. That's all she acts like. Like, she's just a brat, and her covert stuff is not covert in the slightest.
She just stands out there in, like, the black, like, outfit and makeup.
Uncomfortably aggressive when she's in her Bridget persona. Like, I do not appreciate this, thank you. Yeah. Let's have her be a cunning, fucking, like, well-organized, hyper-aware spy who manages to save Nancy twice in this game, and I would like to see, like, a friendship between them bordering on gal pals. I'm just, she's got a steady back home. She would, but... Okay. Let's get into this plot. Okay, again, commitment. Okay. So, we are all agreed that Nancy accepting a fucking scary-ass invite that came from a robot over a phone is fucking stupid. But it's what she does. So we're going to keep it, and we're going to actually make it within her character something she'd do. Because Nancy risks her life constantly. I have a whole video about it. But she generally does it for the people she loves. So instead of this voice saying, I know what happened to your mom, your dead mom, that mom you never shut the fuck up about, it includes the people who killed your mother are coming after you and the people you love. And it's like, oh shit. And then, like, instead of that weird recording of her mom, which is, I mean, okay, we could have like a little clip. I don't know what it'd be, but we could have a little clip just so that she does recognize Kate's voice. But then it goes into like clips that show when it mentions her friends and family. Little clips like Bess, George, Ned, the Hardys, maybe.
They're not in this universe.
Carson, Hannah, fucking, that they are bugged to the teeth. And it's like, we came across this, and so we know that these people are coming after your friends and family, and you need to help them. Because then I understand why she got on a fucking plane to Scotland in the middle of the goddamn night without word one to anyone. I'm very passionate about this one.
Apparently.
But I feel like that would really, help it. I'm feeling that energy. I'm feeling Nancy out there to save the people she loves. Okay, moving on. I'm going to need... Okay. I skipped it, I realized in my notes. That scene... Okay. I don't really know how to fix that first scene in the train station. I understand that it needs to happen, so it's like they take that thing that's important, they take the MacGuffin away from her, because that's what's driving us now. And I'm fine with Alec helping her get it back, but it needs to be fixed. And I think it could probably be fixed primarily in the changes to Alec's character. So, whatever with that shit. It's a scene. But I'm gonna need Ewan to be a slightly awkward, geeky Q who has little in the way of social graces, but like he immediately recognizes it and he like fumbles to correct and he like overcorrects. That guy. Yeah, I'm fine with that guy. Basically, he's very green. He's been with Cathedral for 5 years. I then went on to say that in my notes, I don't like the name because it feels weirdly like British propaganda. I don't know. There's something about the use of cathedral. It makes me uncomfortable. I don't know what it is. So they can keep the name, but I have to note, I am uncomfortable with it. All there is to it. Okay. Bridget is not such a fucking tryhard, okay? Because that's not what you're gonna do for your cover. That's stupid.
Yeah.
So, okay. It's the worst spying ever. She's not believable in the slightest. Her accent is terrible. Okay, but if we're going to pretend she's local girl, so she's from out of town, she's in Dublin for a work
Not
conference.
Dublin. Glasgow.
It's not Dublin? Glasgow. That's it.
They're in Scotland.
They're in Scotland. What is wrong with me?
We talked about Ireland.
I know,
It's
right?
on the brain.
But anyway, she's from out of town. She's there for a work conference because we can see, signs for that conference around, and it's a verifiable cover. That's what you do as a spy. I know. I've watched Burn Notice. I'm sorry. But I want her cover to just be better. She's shy, but she doesn't have this grody view of where she comes from. Where she's like, oh, I hate it there. I want to move out because this place is big city. And it's like, calm the fuck down. Why do you think that shitting on your... Anyway, it doesn't matter. Point is, she's not like that. She's just doe-eyed. And it's like, oh, you're just a brazen American. And that's more comfortable to have around. Yeah. You're going to be less alarmed when that person comes into your room, Because she comes running into the room, and it's, upsetting. It's like, what were you going to do to me? I need it better.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it. I like the slight terrorist plot. I get why they play it down. So, it's not quite as violent for a kids game. It feels, and I feel like they could flesh Cathedral and
Revenant.
The Revenant, thank you, out a little better. Because they're clearly kind of going for a Shield Hydra situation, but they're doing it terribly. Captain America Winter Soldier. Spy thriller in which it comes out that Hydra, the Nazi people, were in S.H.I.E.L.D. the whole time. From the shadows. And that's clearly what they're trying to do. God damn it, you guys trying to explain MCU to Risa.
It's like talking to a brick wall.
But,
I take in just as much.
But, yeah. So, I'd like there to be more to it. I'd like there to be some world building. So we get a feeling for this intrigue. And it's not just this weird shit that we're going from plot point to plot point, seemingly pointlessly. But for the rest, it's all good. All the story points are great. What can really improve it is game design. Sister, you'll like this. More cipher puzzles.
Yes, more fucking cipher puzzles, y'all. We got 2 and they're weird.
Yeah, this is a spy game. Commit. I need fucking ciphers. Here, let's see my list. More puzzles in general. Codes, secret rooms, gadgets that need to be unlocked with creative puzzly ways. It's you have to, in order to use it, you have to put it in this environment. That sort of thing. That's cool shit. Give us cool shit that we have to figure out with our brains. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see. Honestly, and I feel like a lot of why the game doesn't quite live up to what it could have been great. But
could have been great, kid.
Could have been great, kid. But they clearly just didn't have a big enough budget. Like, the scenery was okay. It gets a little canvassy in parts. But, like, they could have expanded so much if they just had a bigger budget. I feel like they could have done more. So I feel like that's definitely where little, you know, they're boxed in by how much they have. Or how much their investors or whoever are willing to put forth. Because, you know, despite being a long-running franchise, people still don't have confidence in these games.
No, right?
Okay. The flashbacks in the game. I have no problem with having flashbacks. I just feel like, they focused on the wrong shit. Like, I want to see flashbacks to who Kate was as a person, not this weird...
Not how she left.
I don't know.
I mean, that's really what they do, is they define her by how she left.
Yes, yeah.
And
she left to lead. She left to die. And...
Yeah.
It doesn't paint her or Carson in terribly great lights, because it's both like looking like he's not accepting of his wife's traits and her decisions as a human being, and also like she doesn't put his opinion into, like, it doesn't matter to her. It's like, you're just trying to keep me from what I want to do, and it's like, okay, cool, adults. You've got a little girl upstairs. Fucking act like it. Yeah. And another thing that really could have made those... Like, okay. We don't need Lonnie to voice Kate in order to understand that there's a relation. Yeah. That's not necessary. Do we have Lonnie voice Carson? No. You don't gotta use just any old... How expensive are voice actors, guys? I'm pretty sure that they barely get by, so... They can't be getting paid too much. But more flashbacks would have been great. I do think I would have loved Kate catching little Nancy, like trying to break into something or trying to like eavesdrop, and she catches her, and so you're like, oh, she's gonna get in trouble, and then her mom goes, no, let me teach you how to do it better.
Exactly.
Passing on these traits that she keeps as an adult who is fucking sleuthing around. She's basically just doing her mom plus her dad, you know? She's got the law and order, and she's got the I'm going to push boundaries because this investigation needs to happen.
Yeah.
It really adds to Nancy as a person, and they just don't give it what it deserves.
No, they don't.
It could be great. You guys, if you ever put out another game, remaster that one.
Yeah. So, that was us fixing Haunting of Castle Malloy and The Silent Spy.
God, it's so long.
It's not that bad. It's fine. Last week's was 50 minutes, Ariana. I had to do 50 minutes. And I could barely cut any down. So if you guys would fix these in different ways, please let us know on our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and our fancy website, krolmeistersisters.knifefightclub.com.
I love how, unsure you were about those things. You can find us on Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, and Spotify. And in those places, you can review us and tell people, hey, these gals are all right. I don't want you to lie about us. I want you to not represent us in a poor light.
Yeah, okay. You can subscribe to us on Twitch to get access to our cute little wine glass emote. To get access
Risa Krolmeister dies on...
I'm fine. You can get access to our cute little wine glass emote and our Scopa emote, and a tier 2 you can get access to our Peace Out emote. You also get podcast night VODs. You can support us over on patreon.com/Krolmeister where you can get stream cat pictures, podcast night VODs, and entry to our special backer section on the Discord. Ooh. It is poppin'. I send lots more cat pics. So, just saying. It would be cool if you guys would also talk in there.
Reese is not enjoying yelling into a canyon.
So, as a reminder, I'm Marisa.
I'm Ariana.
And we're the Krolmeister sisters, and we're asking you guys to stay sleuthy.